Next one is from Sean Davis, and the subject is lack of chemistry. Hey guys, there are a lot of great wrestlers who sometimes do not have great chemistry when they work with each other. I'll give you a recent example. Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara, who I think are both excellent wrestlers. However, for some reason, their matches aren't very good. Plus, every time they face each other, there's a very bad injury between the two. It's almost like it was never meant to be. I don't know if it's bad luck, bad juju, bad chemistry, or whatever. I just hope they don't work with each other ever again, or else someone will get paralyzed or even killed, which will most likely be Matt. My question is, has either of you ever had a wrestling opponent that you could just not have a good match with, or just like the certain spark to make something entertaining? Regards, Sean. I've wrestled Beefcake a handful of times. It was terrible every time. Just absolutely atrocious. And but nobody else. I mean, I never had bad match. I mean, it was difficult to have a bad match with me because we never tried stuff with a high degree of difficulty. You know, I just did a lot of basic, simple stuff out there. But I want to make a point.
I'm going to give you two names, yeah.
Let me finish my point here. But this guy was talking about Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara. Bro, we talked about this weeks ago. That Matt Hardy, like everybody's saying, what's wrong with him in there? And I said, bro, they put him in with one of the guys that we're talking about. These guys work at a higher pace and more risky and more, and Matt's not in like that young shape like he was back then. Is kind of like a little bit slower than the speed at which these guys work at. And look at what eventually happened with all this. Like Matt was working with guys, and this style of work they're doing in AEW with a lot of crash and burn and all these stunts and stuff. Bro, he got him.
And I just feel that if he would have done the Matt Hardy character, if there were fans, he'd be over. But even without fans, you could do vignettes. You could do a thing where he takes him and dunks him in a pool, and he comes out as something else. And you could have done a lot of stuff. I don't know why he got away from that character, because work rate right now is not your strength.
So why are you trying?
Right. So why are you trying? Right. So why are you trying to do great work rate? Work around it, bro. You're smart enough to do that. You know, let Sammy take all the bumps. Let Sammy do all the high flying. You do the gaga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's been very weird. It's not been a good feud. I hope it's over.
Somebody earlier mentioned WrestleMania 33 in Orlando, and that's the one that I went down to. It's the only one I've been to. But that weekend, the Hardy Boys were the hottest thing in wrestling. They main event at WrestleCon. They main event at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, they were working for me in Crash, and they were in selling the place out.
They main evented those two shows. They were everywhere. Then at WrestleMania, they did a big comeback in the ladder match. That's an enormous reaction, and everyone was doing delete, and it didn't. I mean, of course, it didn't really go anywhere from there. I mean, there's a couple of things.
Yeah, but it wasn't their fault.
No, but they were so fucking over that weekend.
But Matt could have gotten back to that, and he hasn't. So now it's his fault.
Yeah.